Hey, you guys, welcome. Welcome to Melissa Valentine's Nursery. My name is Melissa, and here we have Adelaide. If you've been a part of this channel, you know all about my baby Adelaide. She was the baby that started this all for me. That's why I'm here, you guys, because of her. She will forever be in this nursery. Like really, truly. I had her for 3 years. If you don't know me, I've had her for 3 years. I've never waited her up until maybe the past month or so ago. Oh, my voice feels so hoarse and I don't know why. It is 5 in the morning. It is Sunday. I'm going to release this video today. There's no point in holding back. I did the amazing dynamic dolly duo with Sandra yesterday. So if you haven't seen that, check it out. I did it like 3 o'clock my time and 12 o'clock her time because she's Pacific time, I'm Eastern. And it was amazing. We laughed so much. We saw the chickens. We talked about everything. Everything. Of course, our videos are not meant for kids, so keep that in mind. Or for people who get easily offended. You know, we don't want to offend everybody or anybody at all. So after I did the video with Sandra, why am I so hoarse? Like, and I have a drink here. I don't understand. After I did the video with Sandra, I was like, let me change into my pajamas because I'm a pajama girl. My nightgown. I got my comic book nightgown on today. Tonight. I fell asleep on the couch. I was working on one of my journals and I fell asleep on the couch. I woke up. Let's see, what time did I fall asleep? About, because after we got off talking, we got done talking, we had chicken and we had chicken thighs. And then we had chickpea pasta with Alfredo sauce and green beans and some naan bread. And then I fell asleep. Like right after, I don't know, maybe it was about 9 o'clock. Anyway, I woke up at like 1. And I said, well, I'm going to bed. Joey, I left him on the couch. He doesn't usually move to his bed, but I like to sleep in my bed. So I went to my bed and tried to fall asleep. I watched me and Sandra. It was a 2-hour video, you guys. 2 hours. I watched me and Sandra and I was still up. And then I watched some other videos of interest on YouTube and I was still up. And then I started texting people because I'm third shift, so I know folks. And I was still up. And I've been in my bed from 1 o'clock till 5. And I'm still up. I know I'm tired, but it's like I just can't shut down. So I didn't know if I wanted to like do some journaling. I said, you know what? I'm going to do my doll video. Now, you guys, I don't think I'm going to do videos as much. Like, yes, I'm still going to do videos, but not as much. Because I think I'm going to start up a small YouTube channel, but this is not going to be like a daily thing, maybe a weekly thing. I'm thinking about it, about spirituality and stuff. So I don't know. I got to get there. I had one called Spirit Gifts, but it was for tarot, whatever you guys call it. I was raised calling it tarot, but it's really, it's tarot, but I'm going to say tarot because that's what I say. I got my camera tilted down, so like my curtains look crooked, but they're not really. And my curtains don't make that noise. It's because I'm touching something in this basket here. I'm touching this basket. Anyway, so I'm here tonight, this morning, talking to you guys. I have my Adelaide, and she smells so good. She smells so good. If you don't know her, she's the Alyssa kit. I feel so exhausted. And I just can't shut down. I have a lot of tics. I don't know if you guys ever notice when you watch me, you're going to notice it now. Like I will my shoulders or my mouth I tend to like tick with my mouth. My brother has mild Tourette's, but you can't notice it. He was diagnosed when he was younger. Um, I have, I was diagnosed with OCD, but I don't see it. Maybe a little. It just depends what it is. And I was diagnosed when I was younger, but I have ADHD and anxiety and depression. And, you know, I'm very careful about people and their disorders. I feel like a mental disability is just as, not mental disability, like a disorder. Sorry, you guys. Like a psychiatric disorder or whatever, you know, there's a stigma. And I feel like in many ways it needs to be treated just like heart failure or, you know, like high blood pressure, diabetes, whatever. So my whole motivation for this video that I've been wanting to doing, not necessarily at 5 in the morning. I make notes. I have a notebook. I make notes of videos that I would like to do. I could have sworn I seen something at the corner of my eye. I could have sworn I seen like a cat's tail. I don't know. Now the one thing I'm not a hallucinatory schizophrenic. I'm not, you know, and if you are, it is what it is, but I'm just letting you know. So, okay. So I make notes of videos that I would like to do. And sometimes I feel like it's not going to be a hit because, you know, I don't want someone to go to my videos and, you know, sometimes I'm a kook. I'm nutty. Sometimes I'm getting to the point of tiredness and I become really cuckoo. I'm beyond that. My body's exhausted. I feel exhausted. I can't shut down mentally. And I do still have like ticks, like I have stored energy. And so, you know, I said, let me go in my bedroom, and let me go ahead and talk about this stuff. Before we get started, I do want to say, don't forget, Babeside, limited time only, 20% off. Use the discount code Melissa. I love my Babeside doll. She has slept in my bed with me. If you know her, her name's Bethany. She's a beautiful baby. And I think that, and I'm realizing that a lot of their babies, the arms, I'm being honest, the heads and arms do not turn. They don't rotate. But that's like an easy fix. But their dolls are very affordable. I've seen dolls in there for $20, $30, $40. And so I feel like if you do want a Christmas baby and you can't afford one and you don't see one on Amazon, whatever, you know, they do have some nice dolls. Their dolls are doll looking dolls, but they're adorable. They're adorable as ever. So, also I chose to dress this doll because I felt bad for her, because in my video with Sandra, we talked about how, like, I don't change my dolls often. And my dolls usually, like, my doll clothes maybe gets worn once, if it gets worn once. And that's it. So I started buying personal clothes for them. And I bought her this Adelaide. It's a little big for her, but it's cute. And it does have pin flowers I can put on. I didn't put them on big because it would be too much, because this is big anyway. It smells like her. It's beautiful. I don't know how to wash this, you guys. There's like no tag or anything. It's like knitted or, anyway, it's beautiful. So, okay, Babeside's out of the way. So the thing is, I said, you know, I have to do this video. I was watching, now you guys, I don't watch everybody religiously. There's just no way for me to watch everybody religiously. That's a impossibility for me to do. So I hit or miss with you guys. Like, I'll jump from, you know, Dolls in the Cradle, Grandma's Magical Whispers, ASMR. You know, I literally like jump around. I miss Reborn Taddy. I was talking to him the other day. I was like, you gotta make a video, man. I gave him a suggestion. I hope he does it. I do miss seeing him on the platform. And so, what else? What am I saying? You guys, this is when Melissa's like really tired, but she's just can't shut down. And I should have taken something for sleep, but I didn't. And now it's 5 a.m. and my son's, like I want to spend my weekend. I don't want to miss out. I have FOMO, fear of missing out for a lot of things. So, I wanted to get on here and I was watching Susan's Nursery. I don't watch her all the time. Actually, I was subscribed to her and I was surprised because Sandra brought her to my attention. I was like, I'm subscribed to her, but how come she doesn't show up in my algorithm? Like, that's weird. But I've been watching a little bit of everybody when I can. But I do watch other things, So anyway, moving along because my mind is crazy right now. Susan's Nursery was talking about mental health and stigmas. She was talking about like the cost of healthcare, and you guys, I am a nurse. I understand. I honestly do think health insurance is a gimmick. Sorry, it is. It's a gimmick. I feel like there's better ways we can go about this. I feel for like free healthcare. I understand it. I get it. But I also in a way feel like there's suffering there because it takes you forever to see anybody. I watch a doctor who talks about this. And I mean, he talks about everything. I love watching. I think his name's Dr. Mike. Dr. Mike, he's awesome. He's a young guy. He's a doctor. I love him. He's so cute. Joey got me into him. And he was talking about, he has interviews with other physicians. And he was talking to a physician in the UK. I want to say it was the UK. And he was saying how it's, they don't understand the US healthcare system, the way we charge so much for it. But in the reality, the UK physician could not believe, I think they call it something else. What do you guys call your UK doctors? You don't call them doctors like general practitioners, your GPs, right? Yeah. So he was saying to Dr. Mike, who's an American doctor, I think he's a doctor in New York. He was saying how, it's fascinating how he hears that when somebody needs a procedure, a surgical procedure, even something emergent, how quick we can get surgery. He was saying that they have the freer healthcare or whatever it is system, but even if it is an emergency, they don't always get that quick stat. Let's do this now, And they were talking about the differences and the disparities in both of the healthcare systems between them and things that each healthcare system is lacking. So I do feel like our healthcare system in America is very broken. It's a business. It's expensive. We know that. And I feel like not only is it broken here, but it's broken in the free countries as well because they can't even get into the emergency room because everybody is there. I feel like there's got to be something done. I know a lot of nurses, there's been a mass exodus of nurses. I was one of them, but I had to come back to nursing after COVID. And healthcare suffering. They don't have enough nurses. They are literally trying to get nurses on through. I see a big difference from graduating nurses now versus graduating nurses prior to COVID in knowledge. And it's not their fault. It's because I feel like they are quickly trying to get people through the program. It's still a challenge, but I feel like it's being done much different. And I feel like it's making us suffer. And many of us who have reborn babies, some of us, we like them for the hobby. Like I do like them for the hobby itself. Don't get me wrong. I'm all about the hobby. I got to put my leg up here. I'm on a bed. I have a bed in my doll room. This is my bed. We in bed. We talking. We're having girl talk, boy talk, whatever you would sleepover time talk. So the thing is It's really sad. I feel like healthcare should be, affordable. It should be affordable for anybody who needs it. But I also feel like, where's the point where it stops being a business? And because if we start making it be free, then we have the issue. Okay, well, when can I go in and get my health care? I'm suffering. I need help. And as a nurse, I see these things and it bothers me. And I'm sure other nurses see that this is a business we work. It is no longer healthcare. It is no longer about you. It's no longer about you. It's become about customer service. Customer service and care they're two different things. And so, sorry, this is my field. So when you have healthcare turn into customer service, it's me, now. And so, and that's on the more personal level when you're there getting care. You go to Walmart, you want to be the first one online. You go get a service done, you get your nails done, you expect what you expect as the customer. But when you're in healthcare, this is your body. And sometimes it is the ABCDs, who gets seen first due to acuity. And I'm sorry, that's how it is. And, but I just feel like we have a lot of broken holes in the healthcare system. And I feel like it's very, very unfortunate. And something has got to be done, because I'm telling you, I tell my mom and dad all the time. I tell my parents, and if anybody has to rely on the physicians for anything right now, like I have high blood pressure. I have issues with my bladder. I tell my parents, don't get sick. Don't get sick. Please don't get sick. Because you have to have an advocate within the healthcare system who can be there to advocate for you, educate, yourself if you don't have that, as much as you can. But also be nice to your healthcare workers, because they're very nice to you usually, and they try their best to put their best image forward, but many of them are overworked and they are tired and they are suffering and they probably hate their freaking job. So, you can say, well, get out of it if you don't like it. We didn't go into this field not liking it. COVID changed so much. So when I started thinking about the healthcare system, see how my mind travels. You want to do a video on something, and then you start thinking about the broken healthcare system. And then, so Susan's nursery was talking about the stigmas with mental health. And here I am going on a healthcare tangent. And everybody has their own opinions. But I feel like both systems are very broken. Whether or not you are in the American expensive system, which is way too expensive, or you are in the free system, the free world, the UK, Canada, it's you can't get help now sometimes, a lot of times. So, and I've seen discussions with doctors talking about this and nurses or whatever. I go into my nerdy moments. So, oh my God, I'm breaking her arm. I'm glad she's not real. CPS would have been at my door. So, Susan's nursery was talking about stigmas and mental health. And we have our babies, and a lot of us who do have babies, whether or not the babies help with those processes that you have, those issues that you do have, irregardless, we have babies. I liked the concept of having a baby as a hobby. I liked the dolls. I liked how cute they were. I liked the realism, right? I did not get, I can't even button right. It's all crooked. I did not get a baby to help with my anxiety initially. I did not. I got a baby because they were cute. I've never seen anything like this before. And I sat on it for a while and I wanted one so bad. Okay. This baby is by Natalie Fakebridge. She's made 3 of my babies. This was an outfit that was sent from Natalie for another baby, but I've never used it. This is from Star Wars. And and I'm not a Star Wars person. It's the princess with the Princess Lila. But I've never used it, so we're going to use it. I think it's cute either way. And then she's got matching pants, came from the artist. I think this baby is too big for this, what I'm finding out, you know, but we shall see. So she was talking about stigmas in the healthcare field, and the healthcare field is becoming very broken. Government, for one, is not helping at all. They're not on our side. I don't care what you say. No politician, they're not on our side. They're not. You know, they're on whatever side benefits them and their pocketbook. Politicians will never be for us, ever. So I don't care about politics as much because they don't have our best interests at heart, right? So she was talking about the stigmas and how we have to break through those stigmas. And it made me think of my thing that I had written down, something regarding stigmas in mental health, right? I just never talked about it because, you know, I didn't think anybody would be wanting to hear about this shit, you know? But I'm up 5 a.m. and what else is there to talk about at 5 a.m? I mean, I could pick another topic out of my notebook, but I said, you know, it's fresh on Susan's Nursery's channel. So we're going to go for it. We're going to go for it. We're going to talk about it. Now that I'm up, and, you know, I'm going to bring my notes over here. I'm trying to tuck. She has like a purple rim at the bottom of her pants, and I'm trying to tuck her lace socks into it. I'll show you in a minute. Her outfit's a little, I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't tuck it. The pants are also Star Wars, by the way. So I was going to put, the other Star Wars shirt would have been too busy to put with this. So, and I'm just making her be comfortable. You know, normally she's my floral girl, but that looks better. So the hot pink doesn't go. And I didn't think about that. I was just thinking Star Wars. Sandra, was it Sandra? Sandra had these hats on her channel. Why she didn't give me both? I need to knock her over her head. When I found out, I watched her video after she sent me this. I didn't know she was sending me this. She had another one that she had got. I love these type of hats. What she had sent, she had 2 of them, and I didn't know at the time she was sending it to me. So in her video, I thought she was just giving it in one of her boxes or something. And there was a boy one. And then I realized this was in my box or whatever. It worked out like where it was hard for me to tell her I want it in time, because I thought she was taking it, you know, with a box, selling it in her selling box or whatever. This was like over 2 months ago. And I said, why didn't she freaking give it to me? I love stuff like this. So, I don't know if I'm going to give her a floral hat. The hot pink though is getting me. So I like to use, you know, I'm in healthcare, science, whatever. I like to go to credible sources, you know. So I went to, let me get my paper. Whoa, Lord, her head almost rolled off. I'm glad she's not real. I went to www.psychiatry.org, which is also the American Health Association basically runs it. And then there was another YouTuber who initially inspired me to do this. And I just never, I was like, this isn't going to do, nobody gives a shit about this, right? But then when AI Dream Beats Maine, she watches me and she talks about her babies. And I think she's got some pretty cool babies that she talks about. I've never seen them. And actually I seen one and we missed it. We missed it for the damn, we seen it after. We missed it. Me and Sandra missed it. For our Dolly duo, we missed it. And I felt bad. And I was like, Sandra, I feel bad. But anyway, we missed it. We missed her. And but she's got a cute, she has alternative babies. But her and I, like, we have a lot of the, like, what do you call it? A lot of the same feels in things, like, in common. Not necessarily babies, but like the gothic type stuff. Like, I like some gothic things, believe it or not. I'm into cutesy, but I like gothic type stuff. So her baby was really cute, but I felt really bad that we missed it. And this video was so impromptu, this specific morning, that I'm not doing clips or nothing right now. But so AI Dream Beats Maine, she's got cute alternative babies, and one that I seen, like, she tells me about them. So anyway, she was asking me about how can we do, can I do a video on destigmatizing the reborn hobby. And in the past, I've done videos similar, but her suggestion had me sway to destigmatizing mental health in general. So I started doing that instead. And then I had it on paper, and I never said anything. And then Susan's nursery, she started talking about it, and I was like, I've got to do a video. Like, I've got to do a video. I've got to do a video on this. So I went to American Health Association psychiatry.org. And this hot pink's killing me. Maybe I have a hot pink nipple to put in her mouth. And there's an article on psychiatry.org called Actions to Decrease Stigma. And the National Alliance on Mental Illness actually chimed in on it. They had a lot of input and say, this might work. Yeah, beautiful bunga. Beautiful bunga. It goes with, like, the purple, I don't have anything hot pink, but this will have to do while we talk about life. We talk about stuff. Oh, my baby. My Adelaide. Yes. Mama loves Adelaide. Yes, she does. So beautiful, baby. Okay, so I seen this article, and it was a list from the National Alliance on Mental Health, the National Alliance on Mental Illness. I always give credit where credit's due. She looks so comfortable, don't she? She looks so comfortable in her mother's arms. Okay. So they said, when it comes to mental illness, you want to talk openly about it. And that's what we're doing. Many of us who have reborns have mental illness. My reason for a reborn was because they look cute. But then I realized that there's more to the cuteness there. It's a therapy doll for me as well. But I didn't initially go into it as a therapy source, right? Okay. So, and it was saying talk about it. And we talk about, many times we talk about our issues, our mental illness. I've seen other YouTubers get on and say, they've had a rough week. This happened to them, that happened to them. They didn't handle it well. I have had you all know me very well about my year, or more than a year now. So, but I'm doing better now. Mental illness is in many forms, right? We have mental illness where people are in and out, right? We have people who are bipolar, who are up and down, with manic episodes, right? They could be really happy, really low. You have to remember, and then we have schizophrenia. They may see things, hear things. And families also suffer. But there's also families that shun people, and that's not right. These people, they're human. They are human. No matter how you look at it, they have feelings. They have feelings. Now, they hopefully are put on medication because that is very much needed. A lot of people with mood disorders, such as bipolar or borderline personality disorder, a lot of them don't always take their medications like they're supposed to. That is a part of the disease process. They are in non-compliant with taking their medications a lot of times. But as general, like generous, nice human beings, right? Being humane, we can be nice to them. We don't have to be their best friend. We don't have to be anybody's best friend, but we can be nice to them and be empathetic, compassionate to their situation, no matter what the situation may be. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to turn you around so you can see me a little better, because I had you facing that way so you can see me change her. So one of the things we can do is talk openly, right? Now, we're all in this hobby. A lot of us have anxiety issues. A lot of us have depression. And we can talk openly about this on social media. It's okay to be human. We're all here. And we all have issues. And we all either have skeletons in our closet or we bring it out from the closet, right? Right. We have social media outlets. We have Facebook. We have Instagram. We have YouTube. You can blog, vlog, whatever it is you do. Even among friends, right? Book groups. There are books on mental illness where it's maybe a fictional book, but you can talk about it. The main character, you want to destigmatize, because you don't walk around and say, oh, be careful, that person, they have diabetes, right? Oh, don't stand too close to them. They have they have heart failure or whatever, but it's very important that the person who does have a mental illness that needs medication, if they may need to be medicated, that they get medicated. That is very important. And to stay on it and get it adjusted when needed. If you are on Depakote or lithium or anything like that, you have to get blood draws. Don't miss your blood draws, right? Because if you get off those meds, not only are you inconveniencing yourself, but you're going to start inconveniencing those around you. And you don't want to do that, right? If people around you love you and care for you, you need to provide that same love and care. Spread it, right? Okay. So the first one was talk openly, and that's what I was just talking about, right? So the second thing that the National Alliance on Mental Illness had stated was to educate yourself and others. So you want to respond to any misconceptions, right? Any negative comments. You want to share facts and experiences. So it is a roller coaster, I'm not going to lie, to be in a relationship with somebody who has mental illness, because I've done that multiple times. The important thing is making sure they go to their psychiatrist, psychotherapist, they have their medication, they get their blood draws, whatever. I had been with somebody who was bipolar. I have been with somebody who had borderline personality disorder. I have been with somebody who I think was schizophrenic, but I don't know. I'm not a psychiatrist and I don't have a DSM with me. The DSM is the book. I don't know what are they up to, a DSM-5, 6, I don't know what they're up to. But it basically tells a psychiatrist, it sets criteria to diagnose for any type of disorder through the mind. So if somebody comes to you and says, I think she's bipolar, watch her attitude, you might want to not really walk on eggshells, but just approach her with compassion. Say, hey, how are you today? Are you having a good day? If she, oh God, you want to talk about it? I do that a lot. And you can talk about something with somebody in confidence and not share their business, just to make them feel, talking is therapy. You don't have to be a therapist to listen to somebody. You can listen to somebody and let them get that off their chest, and don't do anything with it. Just, you listened to them. Don't share their business, but you've listened. Do you know how many people I've listened to? Do you know how many people I've listened to? And say, okay, well, I hope you have a good day. Thank you for sharing with me. If you ever want to share anything else, I'm here. It's between us. It's confidential. You want to fact check people, because if they feel like, oh, don't look that one over here. Look at her. She's whispering. She's talking to somebody. I think she's, cuckoo. You don't want to do that. You want to be nice. Be a decent human being. Sometimes people do get psychoses, and you have to be careful. And that's just something that we have to do. You got to be careful. Boundaries in healthcare and in psychiatry is very important. And when you set boundaries with somebody, especially with somebody in mental health, you have to be clear and you have to be direct. Hi, that's not appropriate right now. I don't like what you said to me. That is not appropriate. I don't like what you did to me. I don't like how you're acting. That does not match the situation. The third bullet, which is funny because I was just going into it, was to be conscious of language. Words matter. They can cut like a knife. Use your words. Words are power. I was telling Sandra the other day, Sandra, she's like, you have such a way of explaining things. I said, yeah, I'm like a witch with words. Like, I can, I have a way of explaining things because I use therapeutic psychology a lot in my field. Any nurse knows you can't just go into a room, especially with somebody who's had some tragic something happen, and be like, all right, get up, let me get your vital signs or whatever, right? I got medicine for you. Hey, how are you doing? How are you feeling today? Do you feel like this, or how's your pain, or whatever? You want to be compassionate and concerned, and you have to be conscious of your language, no matter who you're talking to, even out on the street, even with people who don't have any, mental disorder assigned to them or diagnosed. You really do have to be a decent human being. Words can be a weapon. You also want to encourage equality, right? How you treat others. I talked about this earlier. That was the fourth, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, encouraging equality. I treat everybody equal. I don't care what you have. I don't care if you have dissociative identity disorder. I don't care if you have schizophrenia. I don't care if you're bipolar. I treat everybody with the same dignity and the same respect, right? Sometimes people go through nervous breakdowns, and they go through moments of where they're not clear, right? They're foggy, and they may not be completely thinking correctly. And you have to be careful in those moments with those folks. But you also have to remember to have compassion and help them work through it if you're present during that. And a lot of this stuff can also be attributed to alcoholism, right? It could be attributed, I'm talking about these points we're talking about. Alcoholics, drug addicts, they are people just like us, but you have to be careful as well. I'm not saying lose your boundaries. You got to have boundaries. I am a firm believer in tough love, but I'm also a firm believer in being a decent human being. Am I going to hang out with somebody who does something that's hardcore drugs? Let me tell you, probably not. But if they say, Melissa, do you want to meet at McDonald's? Or, well, I hate McDonald's. You want to go meet somewhere and go out to eat? That's okay. But if I know that they are a drug addict and they're actively using, you're not going to go in my car, because I can be guilty by association if I get pulled over. We're going to use our common sense. Hey, you want to meet at the park? We'll walk around the park. You want to go, you want to have lunch, you want to have dinner? I'll meet you there. Right? But am I going to let somebody who's actively using drugs stay in my house overnight while I'm at work? Hell no. But I will still treat you like a human being with certain boundaries. You should always have boundaries, you know. Even with people coming in your home, normal people, with your kids. Me and Sandra was talking about somebody yelled at one of her kids yesterday or the other day because her kid was being too loud outside in the afternoon. The kid was whining. Her kid was whining, and the neighbor was like, "Shut up," or something like that. And that person didn't have any boundaries. And Sandra was like, "Don't talk to my kid like that." You know what I'm saying? So, encourage equality, but no matter who you talk to, you got to have some sort of boundaries, right? And showing compassion. That is the 5th bullet. And I already said that. The next one is be honest. That's the next bullet. That's number 6. I wrote these huge, so I don't need my glasses. Number 6 is be honest. About treatment. Be honest about treatment. And we discussed this. You could tell I'm a nurse. Normalize mental health treatment like other physical health care treatments. And I just said that. Like, go get your blood work done. Go get your medicine adjusted. Go see your psychotherapist. Go see your psychiatrist. Whatever, healthcare team member you're supposed to see, make sure you follow up. I mean, if we're going to treat you fairly, like we should, as somebody who has, I don't want to say cancer because cancer is really, really bad. That's like terminal at times. But I keep using let's use diabetes. A diabetic is not going to forego their insulin unless they're just a dumbass, or if they can't afford it, that's different. But if you're a bad diabetic, you're going to watch your blood sugars. You're going to go get your A1C checked. So every 6 months, or, sometimes even sooner, just depends, you're going to go and you're going to see your physician. You may go see, I can't remember what it's called. You're going to go see your doctors, right? You're going to maybe take your metformin, your glucophage, whatever it is you need to do. And you're going to take care of it, because that's your body. But your mind is just as important as the rest of you. Everything is interconnected. Everything is interconnected. So, we got to treat it all fairly. It's all one body system. You can't let one go. I'm trying hard. I'm trying to eat better. I am. There's no chips in my house. There's no ice cream in my house. There's no candies. There hasn't been in 3 weeks. I'm eating a meal for dinner, and I'm eating a smaller meal during the day. And if I get hungry, I eat something from the earth. An apple, a carrot, something. It's got to be from the earth. It's got to be from the produce department, right? Okay. I haven't kicked caffeine, you guys. I kicked coffee a little better than sodas. So the other thing is that the next bullet, I think the 7th one was, it said contact the media if they're using mental illness in a stigmatizing way. Speak up. If you go out to eat or anywhere, if you go anywhere, the store, anything, and somebody talks about you because you have a mental illness, that's not right. You can contact the media and say, this business is treating me a certain way. But remember, have common sense. A lot of people are stupid nowadays. They love using their cell phones. They love calling out injustices. And some of it, to me, a lot of these Karen things on TV, I'm like, this is stupid. Who cares? You know what I'm saying? This is stupid. Let's just be common sense. Every time I hear about riots and stuff, I'm just like, this is stupid. It's stupid. But you want to get the word out there. And then the last one is choose empowerment. Empower yourselves. The dolls are a good support. The dolls are good for us when we want the cuddles and the love. Own your life. Own your life. If you're scared to walk out your front door, try to go for a walk. Even if you have some type of phobia like that, even if it's just a few feet out from the front door, try. Empower yourself. Live your life. Don't live your life based on somebody else. And I'm trying to learn that. Like in the video we established yesterday, I am a little skittish when it comes to talking about my spiritual beliefs because I live in the Bible Belt. So I don't talk about it. Not in this area of the United States of America. But you have to live your own life. And I still live my own life. You know, I do my own thing. I'm thinking about doing this other channel. You know, and this is your story. Own your story. Own your story. Live it. Right? If you have a social phobia fear, they say face your fears, don't disappear. Easier said than done. Easier said than done. You know, at least try to make the effort. Even if it's popping out of your door. And if you live in, I don't know, where would you be scared to go? A park? Go drive to the park. Maybe you're scared because of the people. Go to the park, stand outside your car for a little while. Get up to that point, that threshold. And at that very point where you start feeling uncomfortable, stay there. Stay there for a minute. I forget what type of psychology this is. I think it's like conditioning. You stay there. And then next time when you're ready, you push that point even further. Because if you don't do things like that, you're not going to live your own life. You're not going to live your own story. You're going to live in a block. You're going to live in a box. You're going to live in a shell. You want to live your life in a shell? You know how boring it would be in a friggin' eggshell? How boring is the life of a yolk? Right? An egg yolk. Refuse to let others dictate how you feel about you or how you view yourself. I know sometimes, you know, with the stigmas, people can judge you. And that's, you know, for the most part, I'm a carefree person. I don't really care, but there's certain things that I say a certain way because I fear, you know, and I have to work on that, right? So you have to live your life the way you want and not how others are dictating or how others can influence you to feel, you know, so take that, do what you will with it. You know, I wanted to get on here. You know, oh, I forgot I had her passy holder and everything. I'm gearing myself towards the more personalized clothes so I don't buy unnecessary stuff. Plus, it's giving my babies personalities. I've had this outfit now for the longest time. There's another shirt that goes with it. I've had it for the longest time. I'm not like huge on, what do you call it? Star Wars, but it's ironic because I have Star Wars spit cloths that I bought in the very beginning of reborning, and I just doing the reborn thing, but I thought it was cute, you know, the colors. It was the same colors, the spit cloths. It was like Star Wars for girls. So, yeah, she looks cute. I'm happy. She looks comfortable. She looks like she kind of belongs in Sandra's dolls right now, because, you know, look, her sock looks thin in one area. But she's so cute. I love her. Mommy loves you. Yes, she does. So, you know, I wanted to hit on that because, what is it called? Hold on. I wanted to hit on that because initially AI Dream Beats Maine, she wanted me to talk about destigmatizing the reborn community, you know. And there's a lot of videos on that I've seen. But I went from that to mental health. And I started looking into mental health. How come when I do videos, one of my sleeves is always higher than the other? And I don't understand. It doesn't feel uncomfortable, but I always have to fix it. Anyway, she wanted me to do that. And then when I seen Susan's nursery, I was like, you know what? Let me go ahead and talk about all the information that I got for this, you know, because I wasn't going to do this video. Like, I wasn't going to even, you know, I went with one idea and then I fell into another about mental health. And, so, but I said, you know what? And I talked to Sandra before we did our collab and I was like, I don't know, I guess I should do it. And she's like, yeah, you should do it. So it's like early in the morning. It's still dark outside. Maybe I'll make myself a cup of coffee and watch the sunrise and do a journal entry. I'm working on my book of shadows. I'm excited about that. But I'm thinking about starting another YouTube channel, and it's going to be about my belief system, which is actually, you know, I probably share similar ones to many of you, but it's not a mainstream thing. So she's so cute. I love her. I just love her. It's the first one. It's the first baby. You know, your first baby. Well, I only have one baby, like real baby, you know, but you know, the first baby is always so special. You know, I'm my mom's first of four, and I know I'm just so special. I'm also probably full of shit right now, but you know, that's just how it goes. So what else we got to talk about? Yeah, you know, this isn't like a high energy Melissa video. This is Melissa's tired. She shouldn't probably be drinking this shit. She probably should be trying to get to bed. She shouldn't be watching Doing Dolls or Journals in a Minute or, you know. But I'm not going to be doing videos every day, you guys. I don't think I'm going to. I love doing this, but you know, I'm getting back into my hobbies. For the longest time, I was depressed. And I solely did dolls. The one time I needed my spirituality most was the one time I think I turned away from it the most, that I had ever turned away from God ever. I tried, I made attempts, and I just did not feel it. But the sun is shining. And even though at this moment in time, life could be better, I'm happy. I'm actually happier now than I was 6 months ago, 8 months ago. And it's getting better. It's getting better. You know, life is good. And it can be for everybody else. I know this is a slow going video because I feel really tired, but I don't think I don't think I can close my eyes. I'll probably take a nap later in the day. But this video, I'm telling you, these longer, I'm noticing this is a 52-minute video. And in my 52-minute videos, like my longer videos, I feel like it takes forever for them to upload. Why? Sometimes it uploads quick and sometimes it uploads not quick. But, you know, I just want to get on here and talk to you guys and hang out with my chickadees. As far as upcoming babies, I have a baby coming. Most of my babies that's coming were trades, or like I traded paint or something. I worked out a deal in that way. And then, so I have from Doodlehead Nursery, a baby coming in around Thanksgiving. Me and Sandra have Christmas babies coming, and we're going to open them on collab from Anna at Ling's Reborn Nursery. And then I have a full body silicone from a lady. It's a 13-inch. I ordered this baby a long time ago. From Jenny Jill's Babies. If you are on Facebook and you have Jenny Jill as a friend, she's made these, she sculpts her own dolls and paints them. They are not the most hyper-realistic babies, but she's still doing art. And they are more affordable than the $2,000 dolls, you know, like, so, and they're cute. So I wanted to try it. It's marshmallow silicone, and that baby should be coming eventually. She's had some Luna Moon babies that she's working on, because she's working on like 10 at a time. So mine's in that group. So I think she finished veining and modeling, and she's going to root mine too. So, but then there's also Natalie Fakebridge, the same one that made this one. And she also made my my Melody, which is my Madison sculpt. And she made my silicone Presley that stays in my living room. Certain dolls stays in my living room. My silicone doll, my Masterpiece Gallery stays in my living room. And then I have like my Raggedy Ann and Andy, my Badass Becky. Like I've, you know, you don't see them often. Because they stay in there. So Natalie has made 3 of my dolls that I have in this house physically right now. She has a doll that's on reserve. And this doll I've actually been paying off. And I'm hoping to have him. I shouldn't have told you guys. I'm hoping to have that doll paid off soon. She offered me, because she knows I'm a big fan of hers, she actually offered me a payment plan, which was really nice of her. I love Natalie. I think she's an amazing artist. I love her artwork. I would love to buy so many of her babies. Like, I'm still in love with her silicone baby Silva that she made. I just can't. I'm trying to transition myself and ease myself into life. And I didn't expect to have so many babies come. But I think that's how things work sometimes when you really like something. You know, some of them were trades, and I got a baby through a trades. And then some of them, you know, I made deals with artists. But, so I was talking on the collab with Sandra about, I didn't care for the pickle doll. You guys who have pickles, I love you, but I'm not a big fan of pickle. I never was. But I was on YouTube. No, I wasn't on YouTube. I'm always on YouTube. I was on Facebook, and it was one of the doll groups, right? Everybody loves dolls, or just dolls, or something. It was a doll group. And there was a pickles on there, and she was like Hispanic or biracial. I can't tell. But she was so cute. And I said, oh my God, that's like the first pickles I've seen that I liked. And it wasn't even an authentic, it was a replica, which is fine. It's fine. So this doll was not put together. This doll's painted, but you have to stuff the doll, which is great because I always alter my dolls anyway. So I have like a $40 pickle replica coming. Just to see, you know, it. And like I was telling Sandra yesterday, and the rest of, if you didn't watch the collab, if you're not a big fan of Sandra, you don't watch the collab, you know, this Liam here that I have, this Liam replica, this is the only replica I have. Well, I don't know if my, Babe Side baby is a replica, because on Babe Side, they're not all replicas. But, or, you know, maybe I just don't know all the dolls, you know. So the Liam doll, I hated. Not that I just had no affinity for that doll at all. Just like the pickle, I had no affinity for that doll at all. And when I seen her, another person had her on a Facebook. It's probably Facebook. She was wearing like a cute little dress, and she had pigtails, and I was like, oh my God, she is cute as a girl. I'm not doing her as a boy. I'm gonna get her and try her out. I love this one. I love this doll. And she's nothing to write home about. She's my little shit starter. You know, I messed up her nose. We talked about that on the collab. I messed up her nose, but she's still my baby. You know, we don't throw, you know, like, she's my baby. I love her. She's awesome. She's, you know, it is what it is. And so, I got this pickles coming, and it's the same situation. I didn't like the doll until I seen something regarding that doll that I liked and changed my view of that doll. So I have a pickles coming, and I have to put it together. I don't know when it's going to be here. I'll put it together. I'll dress it up nice. It's going to be a girl. And I'll do a blanket reveal, and that'll be fun. So, you know, it's kind of, it falls into the same thing as my Liam sculpt here. I wasn't excited. Are you going to sit up there or what? She's going to knock everything down. So it falls into that. Like, you know, I wasn't keen on it, and it wasn't my cup of tea. And then I was like, oh, look at this. I like how they did this one, you know? And it's funny that it actually took a replica. Isn't that awful? It took a replica, even though all my dolls right now, except two. How many dolls do I have? I have my authentics. I have one in the living room, two in the living room, my masterpiece and my silicone. And then I have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 8 authentic. And then I have the replica you just seen. And I don't know, is my babe side a replica? I want to say she's the Lulu, but I'm not 100% sure. So, and then I have another replica coming, so it'll be 3. And then I have 4 authentics coming by the end of this year. Oh, I forgot. I have my alternatives. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Holy crap. I put my replicas. I put my alternative babies up on a shelf. My Spider-Man and my fairy, I put them on a shelf for now. And they're cute. And they're there. And they will stay there. But I really like doing this with you guys. This was just like a chill video. This wasn't kooky, crazy Melissa. Melissa is beyond kooky and crazy. I spent my kooky and crazy between 1 o'clock and 5 o'clock, tossing and turning in the bed, moving around, watching me and Sandra, giggling my ass off from the collab we did yesterday. You know, so, but anyway, you guys, I'm trying to see, is there anything else? If you haven't joined Joseph's channel, please do so. The Techno Emperor. It'll be in the description. The babe side thing will be in the description. But I just want to talk about stigma in healthcare. And this is a little more serious video. What's wrong? I'm tired. I feel like my voice is scratchy. Like, I hope I'm not getting sick. That'd be some shit, right? That'd be some shit. But, yeah. So, all right. I'll let you guys go. I was glad that I can sit here with you guys and talk about shit and whatever. And, you know, but I hope you guys enjoyed this. And I will see you next time. If you haven't watched me and Sandra's 2-hour collab, please do so. You know, if you ever want me to discuss anything, let me know. Leave it in the comments. As you guys can tell, I give you guys shout outs. I talk about it. It just takes me time. So, all right, you guys, I love you guys so much. You guys have a wonderful Sunday, and I will definitely see you next time. Like, share, subscribe, comment. Bye. Bye.